The world of cinema recently bid a sorrowful farewell to Terence Stamp, the legendary actor whose unforgettable performances and magnetic presence left an indelible mark on film and theater. Known for his commanding screen presence, artistic integrity, and versatility, Stamp's passing brought together family, friends, colleagues, and fans in a deeply emotional farewell ceremony. Among the many voices honoring his legacy, filmmaker Stephan Elliott, acclaimed director of The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, delivered one of the most heartfelt tributes, capturing the essence of a man who was more than just a star on screen. Held in an intimate yet solemn setting, Terence Stamp's funeral was a poignant gathering of Hollywood elites, artistic peers, and loved ones who came to pay their last respects. The ceremony was not only a time of mourning, but also a celebration of a remarkable career that spanned over 6 decades. Attendees recalled his legendary roles, from Billy Budd to the Limey, that made him both a critical darling and a beloved figure among audiences worldwide. Floral arrangements, music, and personal mementos filled the venue, each detail reflecting Stamp's elegance and deep connection to the arts. It was a service that mirrored the actor himself, dignified, powerful, and full of character. One of the most emotional moments of the day came when Stephan Elliott took the stage to deliver his tribute. As the director of the 1994 cult classic Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Elliott shared a special bond with Stamp, who played Bernadette, a role that became one of the most defining of his later career. With a voice heavy with emotion, Elliott described Stamp as fearless, kind, and deeply human. He spoke about Stamp's courage in taking on the role of a transgender woman at a time when Hollywood was less open to such groundbreaking narratives. He brought Bernadette to life. With dignity, grace, and honesty, Elliott said. It was more than acting. It was truth, and it changed the way the world looked at that story. Elliott's tribute also highlighted Stamp's generosity behind the scenes. He recounted how Stamp mentored younger cast members, offering advice and encouragement, reminding them that acting was about heart, not ego. This spirit of kindness, Elliott said, was what defined Stamp not just as an actor, but as a person. Terence Stamp's career began in the 1960s, where he quickly rose to prominence with his striking looks and immense talent. His early work in Billy Budd earned him an Academy Award nomination, launching him into international fame. Over the years, he reinvented himself again and again, from playing General Zod in Superman 2 to starring in Steven Soderbergh's The Limey, where his performance was hailed as one of his finest. But for many, his portrayal of Bernadette in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, remains one of his most cherished roles. That performance not only cemented his status as a fearless actor, but also as a cultural icon who helped challenge stereotypes and open doors for greater representation in film. What made Stamp unique was not just his talent, but his ability to connect with people on a deeper level. Colleagues often spoke of his humility and wisdom, qualities that contrasted with the grandeur of his film persona. Fans admired him for his authenticity, while friends treasured his warmth and wit. His passing leaves a void in the entertainment industry, but his legacy continues to inspire both seasoned actors and emerging talents. To many, Terence Stamp was more than an actor. He was a teacher, a trailblazer, and a voice for artistic truth. As the funeral came to a close, there was a palpable sense of gratitude in the room. Gratitude for the films, the memories, and the example Terence Stamp left behind. For those in attendance, it was clear that his spirit will live on not only through his body of work, but also through the countless lives he touched. Stephan Elliott's words served as a reminder that Terence Stamp was not only a cinematic legend, but also a human being defined by kindness, courage, and a love for storytelling. His farewell was not just an ending, but a celebration of a life that will continue to inspire generations. At his funeral, one of the most moving moments came from filmmaker Stephan Elliott, director of The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Elliott worked closely with Stamp on the groundbreaking 1994 film, which introduced Stamp to a new generation of fans and showcased his ability to embrace complex, transformative roles. In his tribute, Elliott described Stamp not only as an actor of unparalleled talent, but as a man of depth, beauty, and quiet strength. Terence Stamp was more than just a film star. He was an icon whose career bridged eras of cinematic history. He first gained recognition in the 1960s, starring in films such as Billy Budd, 1962, for which he earned an Academy Award nomination. His magnetic presence and piercing blue eyes made him a natural leading man, but it was his ability to disappear into characters that earned him respect from critics and peers. From playing the chilling General Zod in Superman, 1978, to his moving portrayal of Bernadette in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Stamp consistently demonstrated his versatility. Each role carried a piece of his soul, leaving an imprint that audiences would not soon forget. He was, in many ways, the perfect combination of classic Hollywood charisma and modern-day risk-taking artistry. At the funeral service, Stephan Elliott reflected on his time working with Stamp on Priscilla. The director spoke of how Stamp's portrayal of Bernadette, a transgender woman navigating friendship, acceptance, and self-discovery, was both groundbreaking and deeply human. His beauty was eyes, Elliott said, recalling the vulnerability and strength Stamp conveyed through a single glance. He described Stamp as an actor who did not simply play Bernadette, but lived her, bringing dignity and tenderness to a character that could have easily been reduced to stereotype. For Elliott, Stamp's performance not only elevated the film, but also changed the way audiences viewed LGBTQ+ stories on the big screen. Elliott's words painted a picture of Stamp as a collaborator who gave himself fully to his art. He remembered the long discussions, the laughter, and the commitment Stamp brought to every scene. He didn't just make Bernadette real. He made her unforgettable, Elliott said. Though the funeral was an occasion of grief, it was also a celebration of Stamp's extraordinary life. Family, friends, and colleagues shared memories that revealed not only his brilliance as an actor, but also his kindness as a human being. Tributes highlighted his humility, his wit, and his ability to connect with people beyond the screen. Many noted that while Stamp's career brought him fame, he was never consumed by it. He valued authenticity, spiritual growth, and meaningful relationships above the trappings of Hollywood. His life outside the spotlight was marked by introspection, world travel, and a deep appreciation for art and philosophy. Among all of Stamp's roles, Bernadette remains one of the most celebrated and transformative. For audiences in the mid-1990s, seeing a character like Bernadette portrayed with such grace and dignity was revolutionary. Stamp gave LGBTQ+ communities a representation that was rarely seen in mainstream cinema at the time. Elliott's tribute reminded everyone of the courage Stamp showed in taking on the role, especially when many actors of his stature might have shied away from such a challenge. Instead, he embraced it, forever solidifying his place not only as a film legend, but as a pioneer of inclusive storytelling. Beyond the accolades and iconic roles, Terence Stamp was remembered as a man of compassion and quiet strength. Colleagues described him as someone who brought calm to chaotic film sets, offering wisdom and support to younger actors. His sense of humor, often subtle and sharp, left a lasting impression on those who worked with him. Friends recalled his curiosity about the world, his love of literature, and his pursuit of a life that was as rich off-screen as it was on it. Stamp's life was a testament to balance between fame and humility, artistry and humanity, success and inner peace. The world has said goodbye to Terence Stamp, but his legacy will remain eternal. From the groundbreaking role of Bernadette to the unforgettable characters he brought to life on screen, his artistry continues to resonate across decades. Stephan Elliott's heartfelt tribute at the funeral encapsulated the love, respect, and admiration that so many felt for him. Stamp's influence will continue to inspire actors, directors, and audiences who seek authenticity in storytelling. His work stands as proof that cinema can not only entertain, but also transform lives and challenge perceptions. As the curtain falls on Terence Stamp's life, the applause for his work echoes louder than ever. His performances remain etched in the history of cinema, and his spirit lives on in every scene, every character, and every soul he touched. In celebrating Terence Stamp, we celebrate not only a legendary actor, but also a man whose life and work have forever enriched the world of cinema. His farewell is not an end, but a reminder of the enduring power of art and the eternal beauty of a life lived with passion, courage, and grace.